If you've ever said to yourself, man, I absolutely love this game, but wish it didn't have the pesky story mode, you are going to love the Black Ops 4 news this week. That sounded extremely expensive. Also this week, we got our first look at the Xbox Avatar update. Bioware wants to reassure us that Anthem will actually be good, and Fortnite's tilted towers are officially becoming a thing of internet conspiracy theory. All of this and much, much more on this week's episode of the Nerf Report.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
At this point, Fortnite has become the most talked about game in Nerf Report history. I mean, whether it's a new weapon or a new mode or a competition that asks thousands of minors to film themselves while dancing, we've talked about it. But there is one story so dark, so evil, that I have purposefully avoided it every single week. A story so disastrous that it could end in the destruction of an entire city. And by this point, you probably know what I'm talking about.
The Fortnite meteor of 2018.
For the last 3 weeks, Fortniters have been keeping their eyes on the sky, where a gigantic meteor has appeared. And judging by the meteor's trajectory, it would land directly into tilted towers. Then, suddenly a random bug appeared in the game that caused players' controllers to vibrate randomly. One player studied the vibration and found out it was a Morse code message, revealing the message SOS D5-418. Now, SOS, of course, stands for Save Our Souls, and D5 happens to be the exact coordinates of tilted towers, leaving players with the code of 418, to which they said that must be April 18th, which must be the date the towers will be destroyed. Well, today is April 22nd, and who wants to guess whether the towers are destroyed or not? Let's take a look at the Nerf Report Fortnite live camera feed. Well, 4 days later, and the tilted towers are still standing, and the meteor is still in the sky. But that has not stopped thousands of players to create a brand new conspiracy as to what this all means. And honestly, this is where it goes over my head, and honestly, I don't care about it enough, so I figured I would call in an expert to walk you through the conspiracy theory of tilted towers.
I said it 4 years ago. They all said I was crazy. I'm not crazy. The fact is, the government under Obama are using chemtrails to poison the water supply.
From the front line of nerfing the news.
Exactly 3 weeks ago, a meteor appeared in Fortnite. And I said that that meteor would decimate tilted towers. Well, thanks to a cryptic message in the form of Morse code, we knew exactly when and where that meteor was going to collide. Well, today marks 4 days after the meteor was supposed to collide. And the towers are still standing. And many people are saying because I was wrong that I'm a hoax or I'm a liar. And if you believe it, you are no different than the Hollywood elites and the mainstream media who are trying to brainwash Fortnite players to think that the meteor never hit the city. Because the truth is, the meteor did hit the city. You see, I know from very top secret individuals in Epic Games that on April 18th, we were actually teleported into an alternate universe where we repeat the events of April 17th over and over again. I have it on first-hand knowledge that a Time Lord using time-bending magic saved all of us from our impending doom. And if you're having some hard time believing me, rearrange the letters in the code and you get the word DOS, which of course is the British word for sleep. We are all in some time-bending sleep so we never have to deal with the impending doom that happened on that day. In case you don't believe me and you need more information, rearrange the numbers from the code and you get the year 1845, which happens to be the exact same year that Edgar Allan Poe released The Raven. Not only do we have a Raven character in Fortnite, but in literary history there's another bird that used a time-bending spell, and her name was Miss Peregrine. And she put a time-bending spell over her school to protect them from an impending doom in the sky above. And anyone out there who thinks this was just a massive trolling by Epic, you're wrong, okay? You've lost. You are no better than a sheep following the shepherd of Reddit. And I'm here to tell you that you are brainwashed by the government who uses chemtrails. Now, there is very little known about the upcoming Call of Duty Black Ops 4. However, this week we found out that for the first time in the very storied history of the game, we will receive a Call of Duty without a story mode. According to Polygon's Chris Plant, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 won't include a traditional single-player story mode, according to sources with knowledge of the project's status. These sources said that as Black Ops 4's release date approached, it became evident that development on the single-player campaign wouldn't be completed. One source said Treyarch has since focused Black Ops 4's development on expanding multiplayer and the popular zombies mode. The source described an emphasis on cooperative modes as a potential stand-in for the typical single-player campaign experience. And honestly, this is a surprise for me because one of my favorite things about Call of Duty has been the story mode. Like, multiplayer is the same in every single game. It doesn't change. You just run and gun and try to kill as more players than the opponent. But the story mode has always given us something new to look forward to. Like Modern Warfare 2, hands down my favorite Call of Duty story of all time. And I'm not alone here. I mean, plenty of players play the story mode. For example, according to TrueAchievements.com, Call of Duty's World War II story on the Xbox One was completed by 39% of the players, and 59% of the Xbox One players completed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare's story mode. Now, Polygon did reach out to Activision, who is the publisher of Call of Duty, for a statement, and what they got seems like the most straightforward answer you could possibly get. We don't comment on rumor and speculation. We look forward to revealing Black Ops 4 on May 17th. So with that comment and the fact that we are less than a month away from the worldwide reveal, I think it's pretty safe to say that we are going to see Call of Duty Battle Royale! Now, Xbox has been working on an update for their avatar system for about a year now, but thanks to an employee who accidentally uploaded footage of the new avatar system onto YouTube, we now know exactly what we can look forward to. The new update now gives Xbox owners unprecedented changes and customability to their avatars. The hairstyle, eye shapes, face structure, clothing, and accessories will now be customizable to each player. I, for one, am really looking forward to this update because this has been my Xbox avatar for like the last 2 years, and I gotta say, the resemblance is perfect. EA's Anthem might be one of the most anticipated games of the year, and I'm not just talking about from a gamer perspective, but EA really seems like they want this to succeed really badly. The open-world multiplayer action role-playing game is already being touted by many gamers as the Destiny killer. Following the failure of Mass Effect Andromeda, this game has become a must-succeed for EA and Bioware. Well, this week, the general manager of Bioware, Casey Hudson, posted a blog post in which he apologized for Andromeda and promised a bright future for Anthem. When I returned to Bioware last summer, Mass Effect Andromeda had just been released, and there was a significant movement among players asking for a story DLC that would answer questions surrounding the fate of the Quarians. As you know, we were not able to deliver story DLC for Andromeda. This was as frustrating for us as it was the player, and it was something we knew we had to solve in future games. That experience ultimately became a defining moment in refocusing BioWare's mission. We need to delight players with new experiences and innovation, but we must stay focused on the importance of the world
character, and storytelling elements that players expect from our games. And our games must be designed to continue delivering new stories and experiences in an ongoing relationship with players in the world we're evolving together. It's in that spirit that we are working through production on Anthem, a game designed to create a whole new world of story and character that you can experience with friends in an ongoing series of adventures. It'll be unlike anything you've played, but if we do it right, it'll feel very distinctively Bioware. Also this week, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that buzzer signifies that we are running out of time and the show is almost over. So, in order to wrap up the rest of the news, we must initiate Nerfed in 60 seconds. The rules of the game are simple. Every single week we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or dying.
But if you just fail, you can just redo it.
Redos? Where we're going, kid, there's no such thing as redos. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Thank you. And go. I would like to wish a happy birthday to Superman, who turned 80 years old this week. 80 years old, and one mustache almost ruined everything. Fortnite Mobile has officially earned $25 million in its first month. The Darwin Project is officially free to play on Steam. EA is evaluating a brand new Battle Royale mode for its upcoming version of Battlefield. We got our final trailer for Deadpool 2, and honestly, if you're not excited for this movie yet, you're probably never going to be excited for this movie. God of War 4 has officially become the highest rated exclusive PlayStation 4 game of all time. Wave Race has officially been announced for the Nintendo Switch. Steven Spielberg announced that he's going to be working on a film adaptation of Black Hawk. Sega gave us our brand new Sega Mini. Dark Souls Remastered has been delayed. The Division the movie finally has a director tied to it, which means we are one step closer to this movie finally happening. And Kingdom Hearts 3 gave us brand new footage of the game. And all I'm saying is just give me this game already. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this week's episode of the Nerf Report. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new here and haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. And honestly, the most important thing I could ask you to do, share it with your friends. As always, my name is Bryant Chappel. You are you, and this has been the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching. I mean, on one hand, I get it. Like, crickets are a future source of protein. Scientists think that one day it'll actually replace cows, but this is just nasty. Alright.